entertained! Is this not why you are here?
And we are live. Greetings to everyone watching live and everyone watching after the fact. Shout out to the faithful and salute to the patrons. This is Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief, here to bring y'all just a Saturday night chill session, y'all. That's all we doing tonight, man. We just chilling. Just chilling. How everyone's doing? How's it going? I hope you all are staying safe this weekend. Please, please, please be safe out there, ladies and gents. How's everyone going? So yeah, we just gonna do this, casual old, just chill session, like we used to do back in the day. Pop-up Q&A style. So by all means, guys, feel free. Drop your questions, comments, concerns, whatever have you. I'm just gonna just be chilling, kicking it for a little bit, seeing who all pops in. I sent the invite link to some of my fellow YouTubers, some of the guys you guys have seen on the channel before, and as well as all of the patrons, all of my patrons in the Vote Keeper tier and up have gotten an invite, as well as some of my insider patrons who were grandfathered in for the invites. They've received them as well. So we just gonna kick it tonight, So here's the thing, because I'm gonna talk about this real quick. So I came up with the idea. Of course, I've done like pop-up Q&As and whatnot in the past, right? But I was thinking about this yesterday because I was like, man, I remember when at one point in time I could hop on YouTube, right? Like any given night. And I swear, one of my homeboys on YouTube would be doing a live stream. Like, I kid you not. Yeah, one of them, right? And it seemed like you could almost always find a live stream to pop in on, right? Yeah, but a lot of those fellas, they don't live stream anymore. They don't live stream anymore. Or if they are still on YouTube, they usually just make uploads and they make videos and then they upload them and that's it. But I'm like, man, like I ain't gonna lie, man, I miss those days where you used to be able to just pop in, hop on, jump in the chat or whatever. Oh man, those were the days. So anyway, so that's kind of why I was like sort of in the mood to just do a regular old pop in, pop-up Q&A and whatnot. Just a chill session. That's all. All right, let's see who's up in here. So Obey Anime is in the building. Espeth 19 is in the building. No Longer Humans in the building. What's happening? DeJohn Patterson Powers. What's happening? Jason Keith. That's a name I don't recognize. Welcome. All right. So let's see. Who got some questions for me? DeJohn got the first one. He says, this is a question for your Blood of Zeus review. I've seen that you dislike the main character because of the chosen one trope. So what is your favorite type of protagonist in a story? Oh, damn, that's a good question. That's actually a really good question. Let me take this light down a little bit. Favorite type of... Hang on, y'all. I'm playing with my light real quick. Yeah, that's right. That's good. Man, favorite type of protagonist. Here's my thing. I don't mind the chosen one trope. The issue is the execution of it, right? Because remember, like, for an example, Harry Potter is a chosen one trope, but the manner in which it's done, I think it was done pretty well. And you could even argue, well, no. See, I've been watching Star Wars all day, so I wanted to use Luke as an example, but no, Luke isn't. He actually isn't a chosen one trope, not initially. Actually, no, Anakin is the chosen one trope. Luke isn't. Okay, well, favorite type of protagonist trope, man, that's a hard one. I'd have to think about that. I would probably say the reluctant hero is probably my favorite one. The one who doesn't actually want to get involved, in the conflict, but for circumstance and whatnot, he's sort of swept up, he or she is swept up into it. I think that one might actually be my favorite one. You see that a lot in Westerns, the reluctant hero. You see that a lot in Westerns. That might be my favorite one. But like I said, I also I don't mind the chosen one. Chosen one trope. I just wish it was done better. We don't do it as well as we used to. Okay, I hope that answered your question, Dejon. Let's see. Jason says, Larry, big fan since your reviews of that show we won't mention. You can talk about Game of Thrones. You can mention Game of Thrones. You can mention Game of Thrones. It's not like I'm bitter about that or anything. Obey Anime. What makes you like Superman more than Batman? Ooh, that's a good question. I've talked about this on camera before, but I'll go ahead and answer it here. So believe it or not, Superman is more relatable to me. I find him more relatable, which I know goes against totally goes against the public misconception of Superman is that he's not relatable. I find him totally relatable. I don't know what it's like to be a rich, prominent white man. I don't know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel like an alien, though. I know what it's like to be isolated. I know what it's like to feel ostracized. I know what it's like to feel like to sort of feel like there's a part of you that's missing and you'll never be able to truly be able to obtain it. People can tell you about it. They can tell you about your family. They can tell you about your history. They can tell you about your people, but you're still kind of cut off from it. Because you don't interact with it every day. Like I know that feeling. And then of course, Superman is aspirational for me. I think he's a great role model. Which is one of the reasons he's endured as long as he has. I think the morals he stands by, lessons I've learned from Superman, right? People deserve the benefit of the doubt, even in cases in which they don't actually deserve it. People should have the benefit of the doubt, even in cases where they don't deserve it. See the good in all people, even when they give you reasons not to. Those are two things I learned from Superman. So yeah, that's why I like him more than Batman. And that's not to say that I haven't learned things from Batman either. It's just that one like I said, one hits closer to home than the other. Ooh. Aspith, 19. This is a good. Ooh, why do I keep jumping in and out of focus? Come on, camera, focus. This is a good one. What is the best anime video game you have ever played? Aspith, I'm gonna ask you a question. Does the video game have, when you say an anime video game, do you mean a video game based off of an anime, or could it be an original game that would be considered anime? What if it's a video game that an anime was made after? Like the anime is an adaptation of the video game? Because that's going to color my answer. So specify, do you mean what is the best video game made from an anime, or what is the best video game that belongs to an anime franchise? Because that's going to color my response. Ooh, this one's from Ben Frost. Hey there, Larry. So you probably heard that Blood of Zeus is getting a second season, second and third. What would you want from the second season? Ooh, okay. So Hades, Number one on my list for the set. And you know what? Because I used to do expectation videos. I'm pretty sure some of you all have seen those. Like usually when a new season of a show that I've reviewed on the channel is getting ready to come out, I'll do an expectation video. And I probably will do one for Blood of Zeus. But yeah, number one on my list is Hades. I actually want to see him be part of the main story. I want to see more of the Olympians. So more specifically, I want more Poseidon. I want more Athena. I want more Apollo and Artemis, because Artemis does not have any. Artemis and Athena, actually, they don't have any lines in that first season. You see them, but they don't. They have no dialogue. And then I also want to see more of the relationships between the Olympians. So, case in point, Hades and Poseidon. Those are the two brothers, and their third brother, so far as we know, is dead by the end of the first season. That's significant, especially since we're talking about the king of the gods. The king of Olympus is gone. The two brothers, Hades and Poseidon, they should have something to say about that. So that needs to be explored with them two. Also, we know that Athena and Ares were on opposite sides of their, feud. That needs to be addressed. So yeah, those are some things I want. I also want more cameos and guest spots from other like heroes in mythology, or some more supporting characters. Like I want to see some characters from some other legends pop up. Like we don't need Hercules or Perseus or Theseus or anything like that. I would like to see Jason, since we saw Hera had the golden fleece. So I was like, ooh, Jason and the Argonauts drop. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind to see Jason show up, or like Odysseus, or Telemachus. If you're not going to do Odysseus, because I don't know where this falls in terms of the timeline. So Telemachus, sure. But we're doing ancient Greece, right? So yeah, so nothing from the Hellenistic period, because I think this is pre-Hellenistic. Because Hellenistic, that's like Alexander's Greece. So no, this is way before Alexander, right? Okay, so yeah, let's some more of the ancient classic heroes, like Telemachus, maybe Priam. Yeah, and then let's hit up some of the places in ancient Greece, some of the popular places, right? So like let's go to, like I brought up Odysseus, let's go to Ithaca. Let's go to Mycenae, Sparta, right? Athens, all the big, places. Okay, real quick. So we got 2 super chats that just came in like really, really quick. So I got to make sure I get to, is it 2 or is it 3? Let me see. We got two super chats that just came in. All right, so I see, Hannibal and Monty, what's happening? Showing some love. Appreciate that, gents. I don't know if that's Hannibal or Monty. That might be Monty, because I know Hannibal usually likes to use his account. But yo, appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. And then this one's from Maniac Madness 11. He says, what's your thoughts on the HBO announcement? Do you think this is the first step to the elimination of movie theaters? Ooh, that's a really good one. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that real quick. So, for those of y'all who do not know, in case you are if you aren't in the know, Warner Brothers announced this just a few days ago, actually. I think it was on Thursday. They announced on Thursday that they are going to be releasing their entire 2021 slate on HBO Max. Essentially, this is the way it's supposed to go down, or at least this is how I heard it described in the articles I read. So essentially, it goes like this, right? Oh, snap. That was from the best live. Oh Shots fired, Monty. And he dropped a super chat on it too to make sure I would read it on camera. Ooh, I see what you did there. I got you. All right, going back to Maniac Madness 11's super chat, because Monty threw fighting words out there at me. I see what you did. There. Okay, yeah. So going back to the story. So essentially, this is the way it's supposed to break down. What's supposed to happen is, when each of the major like blockbusters, right, that Warner Brothers had slated for this year that ended up getting pushed back to 2021. Did I say 2011 or 2021? 2021. I hope I didn't say 2011. Anyway, 2021. So all of the major blockbusters from this year, they're being pushed back to next year, right? Okay. So what Warner Brothers is going to do is, when each movie comes out in theaters for a month after that release date, that film will be available on HBO Max. So let's take so Wonder Woman, right? 1984, for an example. That drops on Christmas. So from December 25th until, I guess what, January 25th, you'll be able to watch that on HBO Max. And so it's like on Christmas is going to simultaneously release in theaters and on that platform. And then I'm assuming it will be available for that 1 month after its release, right? And then I guess it will appear, on the platform as regular whenever the the home media release comes out, like the Blu-ray and the digital release. When it officially comes out, then that's when it will make its way as part of HBO Max's catalog. But think of it sort of like a monthly rental, right? Or you can think of HBO Max as your home theater, right? So like if you have HBO Max, essentially the day it drops in theaters, it'll be on HBO Max, and you got a month to go and see it on HBO Max before it leaves. So yeah, I guess that's the better way to think of it, right? Think of it just like a theater slate. Do I think it's going to be the first step in the elimination of movie theaters? No, I do not. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think what Warner Brothers did in terms of doing that dual release, they're just making sure they're able to pretty much, how do I put this? They're covering their bases, because they're still putting the movies out in theaters, but they know well enough to know that there are going to still be people who are not comfortable with going to the theaters, right? So instead, let's just go ahead, let's drop it on HBO Max. Because correct me if I'm wrong, isn't HBO Max one of the more expensive streaming services? Like, isn't it like $17 or something like that? Like, it's almost as much as Netflix, right? And then consider this too. Did you guys look at like the schedule for those movies as they're dropping on HBO Max? Did y'all see that? It's essentially like one really big release a month. So if you think about it like that, it's all essentially what HBO Max is sort of doing. They're trying to secure year-long subscriptions, because if there's a major movie release dropping every month, right? People who may not be comfortable going to theaters, or people who are just straight up lazy, or people who just want the convenience of being able to watch it at home, guess what? All they're going, Doom's coming out. I already subscribed to HBO Max. Guess what? I'm just going to keep it until Doom comes out. You see that? And then it's like, the next month this comes out. Well, screw it. I'll just keep it so I can watch that next month. That's what I think it more has to do. It's not about trying to, eliminate the need for movie theaters, because if that was the case, they wouldn't be releasing them in theaters, period. If Warner Brothers wanted to, they could land the death blow to movie theaters right now by pulling all of their movies for the year if they wanted to, but that's not what they're doing. And that's why I said they're trying to cover their bases, because they'll still have people that'll go to theaters to go see it. But for those who don't, let's make sure that here's another thing too. I just want to throw this out here too. Remember what I said about convenience? There's a very good chance HBO Max will end up getting more subscribers from this, just because people who are blasé about going to the theaters anyway, those people are more likely to at least have that streaming service. Why? Because of the convenience of it. They don't have to go out to the theater. They don't have to spend so much more money. I mean, dude, think about that. Even at $17, if for you and your date, essentially you have a $17 ticket. If you were going to the movie theaters, you're gonna spend way more than $17, especially for two people. You're gonna at least spend 20, and that's if you go to matinee. But you can do like date night at the house, order in pizza. Dude, you know what HBO's trying to do? They're trying to be the next Netflix and chill. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. And I think it's smart. I think that's a really good idea. So yeah. All right, they're coming in now. So I gotta get to these. Let's see, because there was another. Yeah, Monty sent his super chat. This one's from Miss Anderson. No question for now, just support. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so let's go. Oh, and there was a $2 super chat that I missed. I'm sorry, Maniac Man. I'm sorry. He says, "Are you excited for the last season of Shameless?" I can't really say excited. It's kind of bittersweet, man, because I've been watching Shameless. Well, shit, dude. Now, let me see. Because I started watching Shameless with season 2, which was January of 2012. So 9 years, man. I've been watching Shameless. 9 years now, man. For the record, I think that is the longest I've been following anyone. Like it's the second longest I've been following anyone's show since Smallville. Because I followed Smallville for that whole decade that it was on the air. Shameless, yeah, 9 years. I'm trying to think, is there another show I've been following? It's Moonshiners. Because I think Moonshiners is going on it. Because I started watching Moonshiners, I think the first season of Moonshiners was 2012. So yeah, it's been just as long for that too. Right? Moonshiners? Yeah, I think Moonshiners was 2012. Yeah, because 2013 was season 2. Yeah. So yeah, season 1 was 2012. Yeah. So I've been following that show almost as long. Well, yeah. So yeah, excited, not really. It's, like I said, it's more bittersweet because it's the last one. I know this is the ending. I know it's getting ready to end. So, man, the end of an era, man. The end of an era. Man. All I want is for oh man, I'm getting a brain fart. Emmy Rossum. I just want Emmy Rossum to come back for one episode, even if it's just the finale. I think she has to come back for the finale, right? I just want Fiona to come back for one more episode. She has to. It's the final season. She got to come back. Even if it's just for one scene. It could be the last scene of the series. Yeah. Thank you for that, Maniac Madness 11. Appreciate that. And real quick, so Aspith, I am looking for the follow-up to your question. Oh, here we go. Here it is. So based off of an anime like Naruto Storm, the DBZ games, crossover games like J-Stars or Jump Force. Okay, cool. So the original question was, what is the best anime video game you have ever played? That one is probably going to have to be part of me wanted to say DBZ Budokai 3. I might have to go with Naruto Ninja Storm. Yeah, is it Ninja Storm 3? The one for PS2. The third one, yeah, because there's Ninja Storm and then there's Ultimate Ninja Storm. So yeah, Ninja Storm 3. Because that is the definitive, complete Naruto Part 1 video game. And it takes you all the way from, stealing the Shadow Clone scroll all the way until the end of the Sasuke retrieval arc, the whole shebang. That's the one that has every character from part one in it, including the fourth Minato, the fourth Hokage. He's the final unlocked character after you've unlocked all the other characters. That's the one that gives you all the transformations all the way up to the end of part one. So for Naruto, it's the one-tailed form. For Sasuke, it's the curse seal form. You have the sound Kimimaru and the sound 4, all of their forms. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, that might be the best one that I've played. Maybe because so here's the thing, because I haven't played all the Ultimate Ninja Storm games. I haven't played all of those. I played 3 and 4. I played 3 and 4. Yeah, so that's going to be my answer. It's going to be Naruto Ninja Storm 3. It's going to be my answer. Cuz I'm thinking about some other games. Like there's some Oh, here's the other thing too. I'm also thinking about video games that never made it stateside. So like Bleach had a PS2 game that was never released stateside. I'm thinking about that. Soul Eater had a video game, a PS2 video game that never made it stateside. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about like the old Rurouni Kenshin video game. I'm thinking about the Inuyasha games. Which Feudal Fairy Tale was a good one. That's the one I have, the one for PlayStation. That was a good one. But yeah, that's gonna be my answer. I'm gonna say Naruto Ninja Storm 3 for the PS2 is the best one. Of the games based on but you know what though? I just remembered, because there was a Gundam game for PS2 that was really good too. I'm gonna stick with Ninja Storm 3. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Ninja. Ultimate Ninja. No, that's what it's called. No, now I got him. Ultimate Ninja 3. That's what it is. Yeah, the Storm games are the Shippuden games. Ultimate Ninja 3. Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. That one. Yeah. All right, let's see. Going back, I don't have any new. Yeah, okay, there's no new. Okay, cool. So let's continue. Oh, and FYI, because I see some patrons and I see some of my YouTubers in the chat, I sent y'all invite links. I sent y'all invite links. Y'all want to hop in? Okay. So, okay. This one is from Adam, my man Adam Q. Who do you prefer more, Spider-Man or Batman, and why? You mean character, or do you mean like property? I'm just gonna go with Batman. Short answer, Batman, because he's had better stories that I've liked. Whereas Spider-Man, some of my favorite Spider-Man stories is only a handful of them. Batman has a plethora of good stories. I'm gonna go Batman. He's more intriguing of a character to me. He also has a more intriguing supporting cast and a more intriguing rogues gallery. So, but if you're talking about comic characters or comic franchises where I start to take in consideration like their supporting cast and their rogues gallery, Spider-Man is like right up there with Batman. But between the two of them, Batman. I prefer Batman. Between the two of them. Let's see. Yes, DeJohn. Spider-Man is a reluctant hero. Yes, he is. Or he was. Well, yeah, he was. He was. Maniac Madness 11 says, "Hey Larry, I was watching the old video of your B-Day roasting, and I know you still are in contact with Hugo and AJ, and I was just wondering if you still communicate to Melina and Justin as well. If you're talking about Justin Starkweather, we're still Facebook friends. And same thing with Melina. We're still Facebook friends, but that's about it. All right, this one is from Random Black Gamer. What's happening, partner? He says thoughts on the recent passing of Kirby Morrow. So, for those of y'all who do not know, Kirby Morrow famously is the English voice actor for Moroku on Inuyasha. He recently passed away. I believe he was 46 at the age of 46. And if memory serves, I do believe it was to an illness. It's 2020, man. What can I say, right? Just because he was so young too. That was the thing. Because illness is one thing, but we all even in 2020 we still think of people who pass due to illness. We usually always think of them as being older people, just because of the typical stereotypical thing. Older people have weaker immune systems, they succumb to illness more easily, so on and so forth. So whenever we hear that someone's passed away due to an illness, I think even in 2020 it still trips people out. I know for me it does. It still trips me out when I hear of a younger person passing away. But here's the thing though, whenever I do hear of a younger person passing away, my first thought is illness. That's my first thought. Illness. That's why when Chadwick Boseman passed, first thing I thought, he had to be sick. He had to be sick. Why else would someone that young just up and die? Unless it was a freak accident, like old boy from the Star Trek remake, which that was, when I heard about that, I was just like, dude, WTF. Like, you want to talk about like freak accidents? That I don't even know how common of an accident that was. That was a hell of a freak accident. Now that one was tragic. That was tragic because he was really young too. Actually, I think he was my age. I think he was my age, or maybe just slightly older, but he was really young. He was a good actor too. Trent said, what's happening, Trent? He said, how'd you get your library job, Larry? I was looking to pick up a second personal training job for myself. Always can make more bank. I just applied online. That's all it was. My sister found the job posting online, told me about it, and I just applied. Nothing fancy. Indeed. I applied on Indeed. Let's see. Jason Keefe, he says, Larry, yes. Mandalorian, yes. What's your take? You will find out at the end of the month when I do my Mandalorian season 2 review. Because I decided to just wait until season 2 wrapped, and then I'll do a full-blown review / spoiler cast / hangout Q&A, whole shebang, big broadcast. But that's going to be at the end of the month when season 2 wraps. We'll have a full-blown Mandalorian live stream, and it'll be freaking awesome. It will be amazing. All right, let us see. Maniac Madness 11 with another one. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maniac Madness 11 says, which death was more shocking and had a greater effect on you personally the most? Chadwick Boseman or Kobe Bryant? It was Chadwick. It was Chadwick. Yeah. Because Chadwick was a personal idol of mine. No, and no disrespect to Kobe, because I'm a early 2000s Lakers three-peat, fan, when Shaq was there, Shaq and Fisher and Fox and Kobe and Phil Jackson, no disrespect to Kobe or anything. But Boseman just, dude, it's like I said, bro. I think, yeah, I did this on camera. Dude, he's been my phone background since Infinity War, because these are the Infinity War images. I mean, I grew out my beard because I was gonna be Black Panther for Halloween this year. That's why I grew that out because I was trying to get like Chadwick, man. So yeah, Chadwick was the one that hit the most. Oh, damn, Maniac Manus 11. Oh. I'm playing, bro. I'm playing. Okay, let's see. Where was I? What's wrong with my camera? It keeps zooming in and out. Apparently, that's what's wrong with it. DeJean Patterson Powers. He says, would you take for Henry Cavill to be a good Superman? He could have been an amazing Superman. He could have been the best Superman. He just had crummy material. He was a perfect choice for Superman. He had crummy material. Oh man, let's see. Monty, once again, with another $5 super chat. Thanks so much, man. He says, this is our super chat HUD Mudget for the week. Y'all should join in. Love this. Hashtag Monty's. Because he knows I read super chats on the air. I see what you're doing, Monty. I see what you're doing. You're flexing on me. And then see, you paying me so I would put your flex on air for everyone to see you flex. This is smart. This is pretty much advertising. That's what Monty's doing. He's pretty much advertising for Hannibal and Monty's shit show on OAW by sending super chats that he knows will appear. He's buying commercials. That's what he's doing. Well played, sir. Well played. I'm gonna get you though. I'm gonna get you back now. I appreciate it, but I'm gonna get you back now. Oh, I see. Yeah, and I don't have any Monty Rodica to read when you send super chats on my show. Yeah, but when somebody else sends super chats on your show and you're supposed to be reading a little something, you rage quit the show though. I see. See, Monty playing mind games. I see what you do. You're trying to get in my head. I ain't gonna let you in my head. You want to get in my head? You better drop 50. You ain't gonna get in my head. You ain't knocking me off my game, Monty. I know what you're trying to do, man. All right, man, let me get back to these questions. I ain't playing with him no more. But I see what you're trying to do. Let's see. All right. I gotta catch up to where I was. Oh yeah, so we were talking. Yeah, Henry Cavill as Superman. No, Henry Cavill, dude, perfect choice. He would have been a perfect choice. Give him better material. He would have been amazing. Simple and plain. All right, Jason Keefe says, Larry, yes. Ninja Scroll, the original, yes. Where does it rank amongst ninja anime? Ooh. I mean, it's top 10 because it's classical. And not only that, but so many other, not just ninja anime, but even like manga and stuff like that. Like Ninja Scroll was a trailblazer. It was a trailblazer. It was a trendsetter for anime and manga, period, but specifically for that subgenre, right? Top 10. Yeah, that's gonna be my short answer for that. Top 10. Is it the best ninja thing ever made? I haven't seen them all, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Is it one of the best I've seen? Yeah, that's why I said top 10. It's easily top 10. And like I said, you know, I don't think you get like when I think of like some of the when I think of either ninja anime or even anime that features ninjas, straight up, you don't get Basilisk, without Ninja Scroll. You don't get Afro Samurai. That one is especially, you don't get Afro Samurai without Ninja Scroll. You do not get is it Blade of the Immortal? Because I think that one was inspired by Ninja Scroll too. And then the movie I reviewed, oh man, what was the name of it? The movie I reviewed earlier this year. That one you don't get without Ninja Scroll, because you can see Ninja Scroll in that one. Sword of the Stranger. Yeah, you don't get Ninja Scroll. I mean, you don't get that without Ninja Scroll. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fighting Dreamers. That just came on in the background. All right, let's see. This one's from Obey Anime. What Bat family member do you find the most interesting and or relatable to you, and why? Tim Drake. Because he's the youngest of, well, prior to Damien, he was the youngest of the Robins. He's the sleuth. He's the one, like he's the brains of the operation. Yeah, oh, there it goes again, out of focus. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. My camera is, I don't know why my camera is doing that. Why are you going in and out of focus, friend? Why are you doing that? Come on now. Come on. Wait a minute. Is that, yeah, that's about where I had it. But yeah, I would say Tim. Because, so here's the funny thing. If you think of the Robins as sort of like the mind, body, and soul of like the Bat family, Jason's the body, because he's the physical one. Dick is the soul. He's the heart of the team, right? Tim would be the mind. He'd be the brains. I always thought Tim's my favorite Robin. Once again, because I like Dick as Nightwing. I like Dick Grayson as Nightwing. So Tim was always my favorite Robin. And yeah, Tim, I always find Tim interesting. Yeah. Second would probably be Barbara. Barbara would probably be second for me. Yeah. If we're not including Terry McGinnis, right? Because we're not including Terry McGinnis. Because if we're including Terry McGinnis, Terry's number one. But if we're not including Terry McGinnis, then yeah, Tim. All right, man, I done lost my space. Where was I? Oh man, where was I? All right, let's go back. Ooh. Okay, wait. Okay, now I found my place. All right, cool. Let's see. Obey Anime also asks, favorite water, fire, and grass type starter Pokemon. I honestly can't tell you in terms of grass, because I never choose a grass starter. That's just, I never choose a grass starter. But favorite water, fire, and grass type. Okay, so favorite water would be, damn. Did Maniac Madness 11 just pick? Okay, yeah, he just sent another super chat. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So, okay, Obey Anime. Favorite in terms of just personal favorite, not best, just personal favorite. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta go Gen 1. If I'm going favorites, Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, those the ones I grew up with. That's Gen 1. I'm all about Gen 1. And if you're just talking about personal, because Oshawott, I love Oshawott. If I'm talking about gameplay wise, he's my favorite water starter in terms of gameplay. And then if we're talking favorites, just like overall, who do you like more? Then it's Gen 1. If we're talking about in terms of like the actual game, Oshawott's my favorite water. Torchic's my favorite fire. And Bulbasaur would probably still be my favorite grass because I never use grass. But if we're talking about like just who I like overall, like I'm talking about like design, evolutions, skill set, all that jazz, it's the Gen 1s. The Gen 1s. Because their design, I just love their designs that much. Okay, Maniac Madness 11 with another $5 super chat. He says, you think the MCU should risk making Letitia Wright the new Black Panther after her controversy this week out of fear of future controversies? I don't even know what her controversy is, so I can't speak on it in that regard. I don't know what her new controversy is. I don't know. But do I think they should make her Black Panther? I mean, if you were going to pass on the mantle, right? Because clearly they're going to keep that franchise going, right? Black Panther made, what was it? 1.4 billion? I think that's right. 1.49 billion. So there's no way that they're going to there's no way they're going to can Black Panther. They're going to keep it going somehow. And yeah, everyone is expecting them to pass the mantle off. Shuri is the logical choice. My only problem with that is this is not the same Shuri that took over the mantle when T'Challa died in the comics. That Shuri was a warrior. This one is a scientist. So it's not the same thing. That's not the same. Like they're going to have to do a lot with her character to make her a believable Black Panther, unless she pretty much becomes like a Iron Man, which I'm kind of because with what they've already done with Shuri, I was getting Riri Williams vibes like bad. I was getting a lot of Riri Williams vibes, right? Which is the Black female Iron Man, right? So unless they do something like that where she like builds, a Black Panther suit that gives her the same type of abilities, yeah. But me personally, I mean, I don't want that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I would probably rather a recasting than that. Yeah, I would rather a recasting than that. Okay, so thanks for that, Maniac Madness 11. And I had another super chat come in from Sky Hime. Welcome. Thank you. Theater or streaming going forward for new movies? Personal choice. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I'm probably gonna get HBO Max because they're gonna be releasing their new movies on there. I'll probably not. That is enough of a reason for me to get HBO Max. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get HBO Max. Because the thing was, even before the pandemic, I wasn't going to the movies that often anymore. Anyway, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't. So this would actually allow me to be able to see a lot more movies. And guess what? The cool thing is I'd be able to see more movies to review for the channel. Like, I'm not granted, I probably shouldn't mention this in this vein because it doesn't really paint me in a positive light. You guys remember when I used to do like weekly new release movie reviews? You guys remember that? Because back then I was going to the movie theaters like every week. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Back when I had that much disposable income. But I mean, if I'm watching new releases of Warner Brothers films on HBO Max, I could do that. So yeah, that's for me personally. Yeah, I'll probably stream. And then Maniac Madness 11 again with the $2 super chat says they should cast Damson Idris as the new Panther. Who's that? I do not know who that is. Who is that? Who that? Damson Idris? I don't know who that is. Who that? Damson Idris? Oh. Huh. Huh. That is an interesting choice. Yeah, the boy from Snowfall. Damn, that is a good choice. Yeah. Okay. I see that. I see that. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. That is a good choice. Good job. Dang. Yeah, that is a good choice. That would be a good choice. Yep. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Hmm. All right. Moving on. Let's go. Let's see what we got. All right. Is that okay. So I just got done talking about my favorite starters. Shot Red. That's Nick. He says, "What's up, Larry? How is your weekend?" It's good. It's good. I've just been chilling, getting some writing done, playing some Madden. I'm really not going to talk about Madden right now because some stuff done happened that ticked me off on that game. But anyway, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, Bond Miller's in the building. What's happening? What's happening? Bond Miller says, would you review Game of Thrones prequel House of Dragons? I believe the series supposed to be the rise and falls of the Targaryens. Well, I don't. Well, but if I get HBO Max, then I would be able to watch that show. I don't know. I'm not against watching it. I mean, well, he asked would I review it. I'm not against reviewing it. I'm not against reviewing it. I tell you this though, I don't know if I would do week by week, episode by episode. I would probably just do a season. What is up with you, camera? Why do you keep going in and out of focus? Focus. I probably wouldn't do episode by episode though. I would probably do it, season long, thing. Okay, this one is from DeJohn Patterson Power. Says, how do you feel about the overload of channel streaming media? There's too many. That's how I feel about it. It's too damn many, and I ain't buying all of them. There we go. Jay the Light Seeker, what's happening? Let's see. Vin Frost, thoughts on the latest episode of The Mandalorian? You will get that in my review, good sir. Later this month. DeJohn Patterson Powers, your thoughts on the Oscar diversity quota controversy? I don't like it. It's dictating how people make their films. This is why people view diversity as a negative thing, because you're forcing it upon people. You know what, DeJohn, you are right. I see your point. Here's the thing about that though. If you go and you read what those, like the criteria for that is, most movies fit that criteria. So most movies would still be considered for Best Picture based upon the diversity criteria. Because I think, isn't the criteria like, it's like 8 different, like, it's like 8 different criterias, and you only have to meet 2 of the 8. Most movies that would be nominated for Best Picture would qualify based off of the criteria they have listed. Most of them would. So it's really not that big of a deal. But I do agree with you. I don't like when people do that. I don't like when people force diversity agendas. I don't. Hell, and I don't like it so much so to the point, dude. I don't even like affirmative action. I don't support affirmative action because of that. Like, I mean, I understand why it exists. I understand why we have it. I personally don't think it's necessary, but apparently the federal government did, which is why they implemented it. Apparently they did. All right, moving on. Marilyn Wolves. That's a name I don't recognize. Welcome. Says thoughts on the new Animaniacs. Have not seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I've seen reviews on it though. Based off of the reviews I've seen, doesn't look like it's my cup of tea. But again, have not seen it yet, so I wouldn't be able to tell you in definitive accuracy what my thoughts on it is. I just know some of the stuff I've heard about the new Animaniacs. I'm like, yeah, I probably wouldn't enjoy that because I heard about the PC stuff that's in it. I heard about the Trump bashing stuff that's in it. And for the record, I'm not a Trump supporter, but that's low hanging fruit. Like that's low hanging fruit. Yeah, and just some of the other stuff I've heard about it. Yeah, it's probably not my bag. Missy 306 says the new gear is working for you at OAW Entertainment. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Adam Q says, have you ever considered borrowing comic book trade paperbacks at your library? I do. I have. Like checking trades out, comic trades from the I have. That's how I read Mark Waid's Daredevil. The last time I read Kingdom Come, I borrowed from the library. Wonder Woman Earth 1, but I didn't get around to reading it, but I did borrow it. What else did I borrow from the library? I checked trades out from the library. Yeah. Ooh, this one's from Dr. Slump. Welcome. Says, do you think you'll ever get around to streaming DBZ Kakarot? Probably not. Just because I'm not really, I wasn't really interested in Kakarot. That's why I never bothered getting it. So, at OAW, Amazon had the complete illustrated edition of Earthsea for $30. Well, I'm pretty sure. Wait, how much did I spend on mine? I don't remember how much I spent on mine, but that's good. I'm pretty sure I spent more than 30. I think I spent $50. I think I spent 50 on mine. I think so. I think I spent 50 on mine. Monty said there's 36 of us watching and only 12 likes. Let's make that match. Yes, please. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let us do. Let me see. Yeah, no, we actually have 45 watching and only 20 likes. Oh, really, guys? Really? 45 live and only 20 likes? Really? Y'all gonna do me like that? Y'all gonna do? Wait, real quick. I got a question for all the folks.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Let's get them likes up, baby. Come on now. Come on. I'm a one-man show. Y'all see me over here sweating and shit. Look how greasy my forehead is. Y'all see all this perspiration coming? Man, I'm hardest working man in entertainment right now. Like this split second, I'm the hardest working. Like just for that one split second that I said that sentence, I'm the hardest working man in entertainment. But by now, I'm probably not no more. But come on, man, let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Let me check. I'm checking the comments again. Oh man, I'm seeing a lot of new names in the building. Real quick, cause let me see what time I hope he's still watching. KJ's DBZ 191. Dude, hit me up. I have a request to fulfill for you, dude. You won the Super Chat sweepstakes for one of the monthly I think it's the first Super Chat sweepstakes I ever did on the monthly Q&A, dude. You won the first one. I have a request to fulfill for you, man. Hit me up so I can get you on the schedule. See, I remembered. I didn't forget about you. I remembered. Hit me up, man. All right, let's see. Oh, so next question. Jay the Light Seeker says, what talents did you discover you had in life? Oh, well, all of my talents. All of them. I can draw. I can paint. Like I'm a visual artist. Pretty sure you guys have seen my work before. I'm a visual artist. I'm a decent singer, I think. I'm a decent singer. I'm not great, but I'm decent. I'm better than average, I think. Slightly better than average. Slightly better than average. I can write, of course. Pretty damn good gamer. Not for every game, but I am a certified Pokemon master. Pretty damn good at Madden too. Don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty damn good at that game. Let's see. Apparently, I'm good at this, right? Just getting in front of a camera and talking in front of people and stuff like that. Pretty good at that. I think. I think so. I mean, you guys be the judge. Who's watching whom? That's the better question, right? Right. Real quick, Hannah Boy Monty. Monty says, 1 more 5 for you, bro. I'm adding you to the bot in our Discord. # no trolling this time. Keep doing content. Appreciate you. Wait, I'm adding you to the bot in our Discord. Does that mean adding me to your Discord? Is that what that means? I'm still new to Discord, which, you know what? I guess I will make the official announcement. OAW is getting a Discord server. Yeah. OAW, I'm finally going to set up the OAW Discord. That is going to be a thing I'm going to do. He says so that people get notifications. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. No. Oh, okay. Thank you. So anywho, but yes. I finally decided to do a Discord. I don't know how it's going to go because I've heard certain things about it, but it's been an idea I've been kicking around for a while, and it'll be something for like the patrons and of course the channel members, because that's another thing I'm currently looking into is doing channel memberships. But that's kind of one of the things I'm working on right now is getting that. But so yeah, keep an eye out because the Discord thing might be the first one of those that I just mentioned that might happen. But yeah, that's something I've been looking into is the Discord. All right, Let's keep the show going, man. I still do. I still got a bunch of questions left. What time is it, man? Oh man, we already been on for an hour. Well, thanks everyone for stopping by, for joining in. If you're just coming in, welcome. How you doing? Appreciate that. Hope you all are enjoying your Saturday nights. I'm chilling. I'm just chilling with you guys. Enjoying myself, having a drink, sipping, chilling. We just chilling. It's the chill session, baby. All right, so let's see. Where was I? I was at... Okay, yeah, the talents in life question. So yeah, I think, because do I have any other talents? I brought up the main ones, right? Art, writing, singing, public speaking. Yeah, those are like my main talents. Jakeem's in the building. What's happening? Oh, Dr. Slump again. Are you looking forward to any of the new MCU TV series or movies, or are you checked out of the MCU? So on the movie side, I'm pretty much looking forward to all of the new films that were announced. Like new franchises that were announced. Because the only sequel I'm interested in is Doc Strange 2. And of course that third Holland Spider-Man film, right? But in terms of like the other MCU movies, The Eternals and Shang-Chi are the two big ones that I'm like looking forward to. That and Doc Strange 2. Not really that interested in Black Widow. Could care less about Thor 4. And I think there was another one. Here, somebody help me out with this. Is Blade supposed to be a film, or is that going to be a TV series? Because I never did sort of hear, the definitive answer on that. And then in terms of the series, I'm curious about WandaVision, just to see like what all that entails. I'm curious. Stop doing that, camera. Why do you keep doing that? I don't know, dude. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I gotta clean it. Maybe that's what it is. It's telling me, hey man, you need to clean me because I'm kind of dirty. All right, here, I'm cleaning you. You like that? You like that? And now, oh wow. And now it is like really, really bright. Oh my goodness. What happened? Come back. I might have smudged the camera real quick. Oh goodness. Oh my gosh. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. And you wouldn't think that either, because I'm just cleaning the lens. I'm just wiping the lens. But wow, that just happened. Ooh. I haven't heard that in a while. The fairy tale theme. I haven't heard that in a minute. Okay, I think I know how to fix this. Hang on a sec, guys. Give me a sec. Let us switch. So we're going to switch to that one. And I think I have to restart the other one. And I think once I restart it, it'll be good. All right. Let's switch back. Yep, there it is. I fixed it. I am a genius. I fixed it. So yeah, now it's good. So yeah, that's pretty, yeah. So in terms of the new MCU movies, Eternals, Shang-Chi, and Doctor Strange 2, those are the ones, and of course the Holland Spider-Man, those are the ones I'm looking forward to. And then in terms of shows, WandaVision, I'm curious about. She-Hulk, I'm curious about how they're going to do that. And like I said, whatever Blade is going to be. I don't know if Blade's going to be a film or if it's going to be a TV show, but I love Blade, so whatever that's going to be. Okay. Reunito? Which anime series has the best and coolest looking transformations in general? The best and coolest looking transformations? Like character transformations? The best and coolest looking ones? Hmm. Hmm. The best and coolest looking ones? I don't know. Actually, I don't even know how to answer that question. First, I mean, you said best and coolest looking. I'm thinking Witchblade. Sorry, not sorry. Best and cool looking trend. I'm thinking Witchblade. That's my answer. Witchblade. I don't think anybody will disagree with that. Well, any dude. I don't think any dude will disagree with that. Women, the girls might. The girls might. They might say, "Oh my God, Larry, that's so disgusting." So, okay, let's see. Moving on. Oh, this one's from Jada Lightseeker. What Hunter moment made your jaw drop? Like shocking? Well, it would have to be Chimera Ant arc, right? So, what Hunter? Hmm. Well, there were a few actually. There were a few. I'm going to say well, actually, there were several times that made my jaw drop in Hunter x Hunter because I'm thinking about some of the fights during, well, dude, when Uvojin, when Uvojin took out the what would they call the beast or whatever, that like group of like assassins, when he took them out single-handedly. Yeah, yeah. um Gong versus Ahsoka in Heaven's Arena. Mm-hmm. Jaw-dropping moments. Oh my goodness, when Gong and Killua got captured by the Phantom Troop. Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, and then, dude, like with the freaking in the Chimera Ant arc with the Royal Guard, dude. Like Kite, like what happened with Kite, that didn't make my jaw drop because I assumed that that was what happened. If anything, the fact that like when P2 first engaged, when Kite lost his arm, that was kind of surprising because like how she was able to get there that fast. But when we find out what happened afterwards, that wasn't a surprise to me. Um, dude, when Yuppie grew wings, yeah. Yeah. The Rose Bomb. Yeah. Yeah. Uh yeah, there was several jaw-dropping moments in Hunter x Hunter. A lot. There were a lot of those. A lot of those. Maniac Madness 11 with another super chat says, "Are you a fan of the Metal Gear Solid series? If so, what are your thoughts on the Oscar Isaac casting as apparently Solid Snake?" No, Solids? Really? Oscar Isaac got cast as Solid Snake? Really? Huh. I would have. Hmm. Excuse me a minute. That was bugging me. Um, Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake. Is that real? I don't question you, Maniac Madness, because you actually got good information, but I'm curious. I want to. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Oscar Isaac to star as Solid Snake. Oh, this came out. Yes, this was announced yesterday in Metal Gear Solid for Sony. Hmm. I IVRad is producing. Wow. Hmm. Well, that is definitely Isaac is set to star. Oh, Oscar Isaac is going to be Moon Knight for Marvel. Yeah, he's a good choice for that. Actually, he would be a really good choice for Moon Knight. Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, Oscar Isaac is a great actor. He's a phenomenal actor. I'm just kind of surprised by the Metal Gear Solid casting because I'd imagine that that's going to be an action role, right? I haven't really seen Oscar Isaac in an action role, really. Well, that's not true because he was in the Star Wars movies. I mean, would you consider that an action role? Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. I might have gone with someone older. That's my only thing. Yeah, might have gone with someone older. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh man. Woo. The hour is upon me. No, man. No. We gonna finish these questions now. We gonna do this now. We not. I'm strong in mind. I'm strong in mind. Strong in mind. We gonna finish these. We gonna finish these. I ain't even fit. Well, I'm almost done with this drink. Hmm. Oh no, the chat has. Oh, I lost part of the chat. I lost part of the chat. Dang. Dang. Yeah, I lost part of the. I think I'm about where I was, but yeah, the chat updated on me, so I lost some. Um, yeah, man, I hate when that happens. It's been a while since that happened, though. Recently I've been kind of good with keeping up with the keeping up with the chat and whatnot, not falling too far behind. But yeah, it just caught up with me. Um, okay, all right. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody's questions. Y'all feel free to let me know if I did though. Hopefully I didn't. Dr. Slump asks this question. He says, "What led to your disassociation with the YouTube anime community? I still see people like King of Lightning or Journey upload and was wondering why you chose to stop being a part of that community." Well, because I didn't really fit in with it anymore. I wasn't making at the time, I wasn't making like anime content. Not really. I had stopped doing anime and manga reviews. I mean, I was still doing anime videos, but it was like monthly. Like I had like the anime of the month, manga of the month, anime favorites, but those were like monthly segments. So yeah, I wasn't really making that kind of content anymore, and also just with some of the YouTube other content creators in that community. I mean, we all had our different circles, and any affiliation I had with like King of Lightning or something like that, it was we knew each other, we would be on streams together and stuff like that, but we weren't in each other's main circles. I wasn't in his main circle, he wasn't in my main circle. Like my circle was like, Yugo and Hikari and Maine and Jay Mason and Strapped Up, like that was like my circle. But yeah, and King of Lightning had his own circle, and that was like the Cloud Village guys, right? Like all of them were like in his circle. So we just had different circles. All right, let's see. Next question. DeJean Patterson Powers, how do you feel about Akira the film? Are you talking about the original film, the animated film? It's a great film. It's arguably the greatest anime ever made. Arguably. I say arguably because I'm a Princess Mononoke fan, and I think that is the greatest anime ever made. But yeah, so great film. Ooh, Vin Frost. Have you ever seen any of the Vampire Hunter D movies or read any of the books? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I have seen both I own both Vampire Hunter D movies. I love them. Bloodlust is my favorite because it's updated and the animation style, and then of course because Carmella is the freaking villain of that one, and you don't find that out until like what, halfway through the movie you find out she's the big bad of that movie. Even though I think the story of the first one might be better. I love the Vampire Hunter D movies. I love them. I just watched the first one on Halloween. But yeah, I love those. They're good. I should probably review those because I haven't reviewed either. I should probably review those. This one's from Eric Garner. He says, which anime has the best ensemble of characters? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, which anime has the best ensemble of characters? Well, if I get to include it as an anime, I'm going to go to Avatar: The Last Airbender. If I don't get to include it as an anime, the best ensemble of characters, in that instance, I will probably say Naruto does because I haven't finished reading or watching One Piece. So I know One Piece has more characters, but I can't definitively say it's a better ensemble than Naruto does. I just say Naruto because a lot of their characters are still fleshed out. Like most of Naruto's characters are still fleshed out, even if they don't get as much screen time as we might have hoped for. And even if we didn't get to see some of their character arcs conclude the way we would have wanted them to, I mean, those characters are still pretty well developed. Enough to serve the story they are. So, yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say that. Because I'm just thinking of some other ones, and all the other anime I'm thinking of, well, Cowboy Bebop is really good. But it's smaller. See, that's the thing. All the other animes I'm thinking of, the casts are smaller. Those anime don't do the same like level of a job in terms of their cast like Naruto does, because that cast is so big. Because I'm thinking of like Cowboy Bebop. I'm thinking of like Samurai Champloo. Full Metal. You know what? Full Metal would be one. That would be one. Because Full Metal actually does do what Naruto did. Because a lot of those characters are well developed. And that's a pretty big cast too. If you include the homunculi, that's a pretty big cast too. Okay, Full Metal's one of them. You know what? Full Metal's on that list too. Full Metal's on that list. But like I said, I'm thinking of like Hunter x Hunter, for an example, right? Small cast. Yu Yu Hakusho, small cast. Kenshin, small cast. And then here's the other thing too. Are we talking about just the anime? Or are we talking about the manga? Because now, like when I start bringing up like Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, now I got to go to the manga. So, and that's not really fair in terms of the anime because some of that material isn't in the anime. So I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of like History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi. But even with that, most of that's in the manga. That's not in the anime. So I'm thinking about Kenichi. What's if we're only talking anime, and if I'm allowed to have it, I'm going to say Avatar: The Last Airbender. Once again, small cast, really good fucking work though. In terms of what they do with their characters. If I can't include it, then you're looking at a quasi three-way tie between Naruto, Full Metal, and Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. I spent way more time on that answer than I thought I would. But I mean, on that question than I thought it would. But I mean, it threw me through a loop. I had to think about it. I had to put on my thinking hat. Let's see. Wait, what is this? This says thoughts on the whole Vic Mignogna blacklisted deal, and should Monica Rao and amongst others lose their job for essentially canceling Vic? I mean, they didn't fire Vic. They didn't let him go. So should they lose? I mean, has something happened since last I've heard? So last I've heard, what happened with the Vic Mignogna thing was that, you know, of course he got let go from Funimation and whatnot. You know, essentially he was quote unquote canceled. He filed a wrongful termination suit, lost. Filed a defamation of character suit, lost. And so, you know, he's just sticking by his guns in that, you know, he never did what he was accused of doing. That's the last I've heard. Has something else happened? Like, because like I said, I mean, these other individuals, I think these are the people who accused Vic. Should they lose their jobs? I mean, they're not the ones who fired them. So now, yeah, they accused him of, you know, sexual harassment. And, you know, they tried to Me Too him. Well, I mean, shit. Essentially, they did, because he lost his job. The man lost his livelihood and all that. So essentially, they succeeded. And for the record, dude, you know what's the funny situation about this? See, here's the thing about this. Because I've heard some of the allegations against Vic Mignogna. I'm not saying all of them are false. But I heard of one that I know for a fact was false. There is one I know of. Through essentially, it is an associate through other associates, like someone I know personally through other people. Yeah, and I have reason to believe that one is false. So that does kind of shroud that whole thing in suspicion with me when I know of a case that is false. But I don't know. These other cases, there might be credence to it. From the ones I heard about, it doesn't seem like there is. But regardless, I don't think he should have lost his job for that anyway, because he didn't sexually assault anybody. He didn't actually commit a crime. He was accused of being a creeper. But he didn't actually, he was accused of like hitting on women, and apparently he might have grabbed them, but he didn't actually assault anybody. He didn't commit an actual crime. So, no, he shouldn't have lost his job because you can't even convict him of a crime. Don't, guys, don't get me started on the whole Me Too shit. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Yeah, don't get me started on that. Yeah, let's change the subject because I'm actually kind of pissed off now that I had to think about that. Because I remember when that whole thing was going on, I just thought that was the biggest load of bullshit. I honestly did. Because here's the thing, dude, that whole Me Too shit, that shit got out of hand. That shit got out of hand. And it went from actually getting justice for victims of sexual assault to being used as a weapon to target people within like, the entertainment industry and shit. And nah, nah, nah. Mm-mm. No shroud of evidence. No shroud of evidence. Nothing that would actually hold up in court. Was he ever brought up on charges, convicted of? Nothing. Just because they said that he did this apparently years ago, oh, he must have fucking did it, right? Where's the due process in that? Whatever happened to guilt, innocent until proven guilty? Y'all give me a sec. I'm step away for a minute because I'm hot right now. I'm hot right now. Alrighty then. Oh man. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that, man. How many viewers did I lose? Damn, I lost like 8 viewers. Shit. Trent dropped a $2 super chat. He said, "Change the subject, Larry. Change the subject. Oh my god." Yeah. I'm changing the subject, dude. I'm changing the subject because that really grind my gears. That grind my gears. Grind my gears. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is the next question that's popped up because once again the chat is moving away from me. This one's from DeJean Patterson Powers. He said, "Did you watch the original XFL in 2001?" You goddamn right I did. Oh yeah. Las Vegas Outlaws, baby. The Outlaws. Come on. He hate me. And KJ's DBZ191 says favorite memories this year, pre-COVID and post-COVID. Favorite memories of this year. Favorite memories this year, pre-COVID and post-COVID. Okay, so pre-COVID, dude, you know what's kind of crazy? I can barely even remember anything pre-COVID. That's how crazy it's been. I can barely remember anything pre-COVID. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Seems like at the beginning of the year, it was all about Trump's impeachment and then COVID, right? So yeah, I can barely remember anything about this year pre-COVID. Can barely remember anything. But I do remember doing the New Year's Q&A with you guys. That was fun. I do remember that. That was fun. So yeah, that's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite memory pre-COVID is like the New Year's Day Q&A that we did, the Recovery Day Q&A, which it was like later that week that we did. Yeah, that was fun. Favorite memory this year post-COVID, just for me personally, that was my nephew calling me up on my birthday. That was really cool. It was like around this time at night, and my sister called me up with at the time he was only like 6 months. But anyway, I get a video call and I look at my phone and it's my 6-month-old nephew and I was like, hey, what's happening? It was the first video call I'd ever done with him. And that was on my birthday this past summer. Yeah. I was like, hey, I know you. I was like, you know me? It's like, I'm your uncle. You know me? And he was just like, because it's like, oh, first video call. Like, oh my God, what is this? Who is that? What is happening right now? Digital transmission of video footage happening, and because he's 6 months, you don't understand that. So yeah, that's my favorite post-COVID memory. Just curious, do you play Madden Ultimate Team? I do not. You want to know why? Because I don't feel like paying for Xbox Live for gold live to do it. That's why. Maniac Madness 11, you think you could go 8 rounds without training against Jake Paul? Of course not. He's been training for like 14 months, hasn't he? He's been doing this for like over a year now. Oh, now this is an interesting one. DeJean Patterson Powers, how do you feel about movie Bob? I watch a lot of YouTuber film essays, but the political view is too much. Yeah, Bob started landing on thick in the last couple of years. Yes, he has. I actually just recently started rewatching movie Bob when after I found out he got his contract wasn't renewed with the Escapist, so he started uploading on his channel again because for pretty much damn near. Man, I think it was all this year, dude. When I haven't been watching Bob like all year. the work he's been doing on the Escape, like this year, his work on the Escapist this year, I haven't been watching. I've mostly been watching his older stuff on his channel. And then, about a month or so ago, he started uploading on his channel again. And I was like, oh shit, like what's going on? And then I found out, yeah, his contract didn't get renewed with the Escapist. So yeah, so I've been watching the stuff he's been releasing recently, and yeah, I mean, yeah, one of the reasons I stopped watching Bob for a while was because of all the political shit. Like, I'm like, dude, like, come on, bro, all of that's not necessary. Yeah, Bob was laying on the political shit heavy, bro. And I was like, yeah, bro, that's not necessary, bro. You don't need to do all that. But hey, it's his content, right? It's his content. And he has the right to make his content however the hell he wants. So Maniac Madness 11 says, you know how racist a country has to be to enforce fair working qualifications as a law. And guess what? There are still ways around it because they use them. I've seen companies use every plot hole, every loophole possible to get around like affirmative action stuff. Here's the thing. Diversity mandates never work. Because the people who weren't doing it in the first place will still find a way not to abide by said mandate. The fact that you're even making it a mandate just makes matters worse. Because then they'll start to do it just out of spite. Because that's the thing, dude. Because yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Ooh, this one is from hang on, I got this. Hang on, I got this. Ragilio? Did I do that right? Ragilio? Unless it's Rogelio. No. Rogelio? That sounds cool. Rogelio. Anyway, he's sorry. Is that Italian? That sounds Italian. I think it's Regilio. I think that's how you pronounce that. Regilio. Yeah. Like Regal, Regilio. I think that's how you pronounce that. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. Anywho, he says someone in the chat mentioned how Idris Elba should play T'Challa, and that was a different actor. I don't know if anyone mentioned Idris, but that's another Idris, the other Idris. And that reminded me of how he was being considered for the role of 007. Any thoughts on that? I think he'd be pretty cool as 007. Sure. Okay, so here's my thing. I have an issue with 007 being African American or being black. Because Idris isn't even African American. He's from the UK. He's British. But being black. And I'm going to explain. And keep this in mind. This is coming from someone who's not even a James Bond fan, for the record. James Bond for so long has been a analog for post-war the post-war white, like sort of white, not authoritarian. No, it's not authoritarian. White, imperialism. There you go. He's been sort of an analog for like post-war white imperialism. This is what I mean by that. That is a character that operates anywhere around the globe with impunity, licensed to kill, all for the sake of Her Majesty's government. But you are able to do that. You are able to break multiple countries' laws. You are able to go in and out of their countries, across their borders, smuggle whatever you want in, take whatever you want out. You operate with no jurisdiction whatsoever, but you're not considered a fugitive. You can notice how like Batman doesn't have a jurisdiction, but he's actually a fucking criminal. He's a vigilante. Punisher, same shit. But James Bond gets to do so because Her Majesty's government gives him the authority to. I don't want to see no brother in that type of position because that's bullshit. That's a white power. That's a white male power fantasy. I don't want to see no brother do that. Dude, fucking T'Challa couldn't even go after Bucky in Captain America Civil War without being considered a fugitive. And he's the ruler of a sovereign nation. But he was still a vigilante. So yeah, I don't want to see a brother as James Bond because I don't care how you try to color your James Bond, he's always going to have that history because that's what those books are. If you ever read the James Bond's book, that's what those books are. That's what those books are. Post-war white male imperialist fucking power fantasy. That's what that is. And Morris Chestnut's too old to play T'Challa. Yeah, I said it. Okay, people are talking about comic books in libraries. Dreezy KO, what's happening, partner? He says you watching the Spence versus Garcia fight, fam. I'm not. I'm sorry. I didn't even know it was happening. I'm sorry. Let's see, man. I'm seeing a lot of new names here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's see. Ooh, Obey Anime says if Superman's ship landed in Gotham and Batman's parents got killed in Metropolis, do you think they would be the same character? Superman being born in Gotham, so you're talking about if their origins were reversed? No, if their origins are reversed, they turn into the characters of that origin. So if Bruce Wayne was a Kryptonian alien who crash landed in Smallville and Clark Kent lost his parents growing up in Gotham, they would become Superman and Batman respectively, regardless of who the secret identity is. Those characters, like those mantles, are born from said origin. So if you switch the alter egos and you give them each other's origins, they become those versions. So we would have a Bruce Wayne who is Superman, and we would have a Clark Kent who is Batman. And the light on my camera went crazy again. Hang on a minute. I want to play with this a little bit. I don't know what's happening with the camera. I don't know what's happening with it, but it's acting a little crazy. Let me see. I'm going to change the definition on it, see what happens. Okay, so I changed the definition on it. It doesn't look like it changed the lighting, though. It's being a little crazy. I don't know why. Maybe it's too bright in here. Let me see. See, that changed the color. And now it's normal. So crazy. But am I lagging, guys? Let me know if I'm lagging, because it looks like I'm lagging. I think I am lagging. Damn, I might have to restart the camera again. Hang on a sec. Yeah, because I think I'm lagging. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm lagging. Okay, so that is activated. And let's switch back. All right, now we're back on. And we should be good. All right, so let's see. This one's from Drees KO. Also, have you heard of I can pronounce this now. Jujutsu Kaisen. If you liked Hunter x Hunter, then you might like this one. I've heard about it. Haven't checked it out yet, though. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I love how Jason Keefe does his questions, right? I love how he does his comments. Larry, yes. Death Note, yes. All right. As a casual anime fan, that anime was a game changer for me. Was it a game changer for you, given how much more versed in the genre you are? So Death Note was a game changer for me in terms of what could be considered a shonen series, because Death Note is a shonen. It's categorized as a shonen. Dude, I did not expect Death Note to go as far as it did. I didn't expect it to be as mature as it was. And I was like, dude, this is like some R-rated stuff. Like, I don't know if kids should be reading this. So that's how it was a game changer for me. It was a game changer in terms of the genre, because it's part of it is in the shonen genre. But of course, if you've seen it, if you read it, you know it's more of a seinen. It's more seinen than anything. But like a game changer in terms of being a shonen, in terms of the level of storytelling that they were able to do in just, because Death Note is what, 13 volumes? So in only 13 volumes, all the stuff they were able to do in that. And then the way they did the horror, because that's the other thing too. Death Note is primarily a horror manga. And so, and the way they do that, I just thought that was really good. So yeah, I mean, dude, it was the most sophisticated thing I had seen in the shonen genre at that point in time. Because traditionally, shonen is, the DBZ, Naruto, stuff like that. Usually you don't get that type of shit in the shonen genre. Usually that's the seinen stuff, right? Or the more adult stuff. That you get that type of storytelling. So yeah. Dijon Patterson, see, Dijon, why you got to do this, bro? Why you got to do? I thought we were friends, and I've talked about this before. He says, "Do you think toxic masculinity is legit?" Me personally, I do like masculine things, but I never like the extremes in abuse of most masculine things. Toxic masculinity is a myth, dude. That's a myth. That's a myth. That's a myth. People who bitch about toxic masculinity are the people who don't like masculinity, period. And they don't like masculinity because they don't benefit from them. So either there are women who outright don't benefit from masculinity, even though I would argue that they do, or they are men who aren't very masculine that don't benefit from said masculine. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. No such thing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Masculinity is just masculinity. No, because you notice how you never hear about toxic femininity? Have you noticed that? We don't never talk about that. You notice that? I wonder why. There is only masculinity, dude. There is only masculinity, and there are the parts, the aspects of it that people either like or they dislike. But that's no different than fucking pasta, right? Like like pasta is a thing, it exists, but some people like spaghetti, some people like linguine, some people like what's the tortellini, some people like what's the flat one, what's the whatever the lasagna. Is pasta good or bad? No. It depends on who you ask. Because some people don't like pasta at all. Masculinity is the same thing. Is masculinity good or bad? Depends on who you ask. Because some people just don't fucking like masculinity. Trent asked me, he says, thoughts on doing a first impression request on Glee, Larry? LMAO, my guilty pleasure show, ha ha ha. Well, Trent, you're going to have to pay for that, sir. And that's the $30 tier. If you want me to do a first impressions of Glee, I think that's an hour show. So you're talking about the blockbuster tier. The blockbuster tier would get you 2 episodes of Glee. DeJohn Patterson Powers, any sports skills? Well, I used to be a pretty good receiver and a pretty good corner. Yeah. I was pretty good at kickball too. Kicked the shit out of a kickball. Oh, and of course I used to be, I was a martial artist. Okay. Ooh, this one's from Adam Q. He said, did you have a fear of public speaking before you became decent at it? Not really. Because I've been public speaking since I was a kid. So, I mean, you get jitters, you get butterflies, but I mean, eventually, you just do. You just do it, man. You just do it. You just do it. That's how I always feel about public speaking. You know what I'm saying? And for the record, I think about this in the same way I do public speaking. Because remember, this is a live broadcast. This isn't pre-recorded. I can't edit this. Not in real time. I got to do it after the fact. So essentially, this is the same thing as public speaking. Right now, I'm speaking to over 40 live viewers. But I mean, I see why people have a fear of public. I just never had that fear of public speaking. I don't know. Maybe it's because I always wanted to sort of be a performer. Like even when I was a kid, like I liked the idea of like being in front of people, like being an entertainer, essentially. Like I always liked. I mean, shit. I probably should have went into acting because I always liked the idea of like. It never bothered me to have all eyes on me. That never bothered me when I was a kid. That never bothered me. I mean, I'm a little self-conscious about it, but at the end of the day, man, once that camera rolls, it's showtime, man. Just do it. Oh, so this is funny. So, hang on a sec. Make sure I do not lose that comment. Okay, I still have it. So Rogelio, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. What is the title of the new Spider-Man movie? I'm interested to hear any guesses if there is no official title. There is no official title. I mean, we know home is going to be in the title, right? It's going to have something to do with home because that's kind of like the little motif they've been doing, homecoming, far from home. The third one would probably be let me see. I'm trying. What could the third one be called? If it's going to have home in the title, what could it be called? Because it wouldn't necessarily be a word. It might be a phrase, right? Like far from home. Home. No. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Man. To give you some really good. I don't know why this thing keeps going in and out of focus. I'll be honest with you guys. I have no clue because this thing happened the other night. So I don't know. But then again, I don't think I streamed for this one. Well, no, but it started even before the stream started. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's see. I answered that one already. Shout out to Marcus Lopez. Welcome. But yeah, I just answered that question. This one's from Period. Off the top of your head, what are 3 modern anime opening themes that you like? Anime opening themes that I like. Okay, so just off the top of my head, so well, because I'm currently in the process. I'm still rewatching it. Code Geass opening, I like. The one from Flow. So I forget the name of that one. But that's one I like. I mean, he said, okay, 3, just 3, just name 3. Okay, 3. Sign by Flow, Naruto Shippuden opening. After Dark by Asian Kung Fu Generation. That's a Bleach opening. The Techno Life by Yuva World. That's another Bleach opening. Like that one. Haruka Kanata, the second Naruto opening. That's another one of my favorite. Sambo Master, the 4th Naruto opening. That's my all-time favorite, is Sambo Master. I love that one. Heroes Come Back, the first Shippuden opening. Love that one. Blood Plus has a really good opening that I like. Of course, Smile Bomb, Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah. So yeah, I named more than 3 just now. So Dijon says, I'm surprised you don't have any guests coming in. I know, right? Man, I don't know, man. Maybe they got something better to do with their day. I see people are talking about Glee. I have no. This one's from Miss Anderson. She says, are you going to play Marvel Avengers when Kate Bishop DLC drops? Kate Bishop. Why does that name sound familiar? Kate Bishop. Damn, I know that name. That's Kate Bishop. Is that the new Hawkeye? Is that the female Hawkeye? Who the hell is Kate Bishop? Because this is bothering me. Is that the female Hawkeye? Yes, Catherine Bishop. Yep. The female Hawkeye. Thought so. No. I mean, if I play Avengers, I'm gonna play Avengers because I want to play Avengers, not because her DLC dropped. Give a fuck about Kate Bishop. I didn't even know who that was until I figured it out. KSC, don't know. All right, who would? Oh, so Obey Anime. I've answered this before. Who would you cast as Terry and Bruce for a live action Batman Beyond movie? I've already said Bruce should be Michael Keaton, but in terms of Terry, it should be an unknown. So an actor I don't even know exists yet. It should be an unknown. Terry should be an unknown. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is a good one from Obey Anime. It said, if DC wanted to make a personal Tim Drake series, how should they start? What direction would you take to adapt his story? You do it as a street level crime drama. You start in the house. You start with his pops. And you start with Tim being sort of a window character into what's going on in his neighborhood and how that affects like his parents, like his folks and stuff, like his dad, of course. But that's what you do. You do sort of like a Sins of the Father type story where it's just Tim observing everything that's going on. Because remember, he's the sleuth, right? And he's observing everything that's going on. And then maybe he starts to piece things together to himself. I tell you this, if I was to do a Tim Drake show, I wouldn't even bring Batman in until like maybe halfway through the season. Like I would do like if it was a TV show, I would do like 8 30-minute episodes. So 4 hours total for the entire season. I wouldn't even bring Batman in until the end of episode 4. I would just have Batman in the background. Those first 4 episodes are going to be Tim, his relationship with his dad, and him being a witness to the criminal activity going on in his neighborhood. And Batman is just kind of in the background. At the end of episode 4 is when Batman shows up, or at least that's when we see him, and now he's involved. And then you spend the second half of that season with Tim kind of shadowing Batman, and then we conclude that season with Tim in the motherfucking Batcave. Alfred is having to explain to Bruce how the hell this kid got in here. And Tim's like, yep, I was able to piece together that you're Batman. And guess what? You're going to need help if you want to take down this gangster. Because I've been watching this guy for the last 8 episodes. Let me tell you what he's up to. Let me tell you how his operation works, who his crew is, and I can tell you how to beat him. Credits. That's the first season. Season 2 premiere. Tim dons the fucking Robin costume. That's how you do that. Ooh, I love that song. See What I've Become by Zach Hennessy. I love that song. I mean, it's an instrumental, but I love it. So he says, have you seen this is Rogelio again. Have you seen the trailer for the newest Studio Ghibli film? If you have, how do you feel about the transition from traditional animation to... I have not. I don't even know what film that is. I have not. I actually have to look it up. Let me look it up real quick. Studio Ghibli. See. Ooh, controversial new Studio Ghibli trailer leaves fans unhappy. What is this? Huh. Earwig and the Witch. Didn't see the trailer. I can see why people would be unhappy about it, though. Okay, let's see. What is next? Obey Anime asks, are you ready for the new season of Attack on Titan? I don't watch Attack on Titan. I already answered that one. Let me see. Okay, so this is a follow-up to the Vampire Hunter D question. It says, in the Vampire Hunter D series, it's hinted that Dracula is the father of D. Do you think we will ever see him in the series? Even in the books, we don't see him, but we are told stories about him. I thought he was already dead. I thought Vinfrost, because I'm pretty sure you've read the manga, so you probably know more about this than I do. I was always under the impression Dracula was already dead. That's why he never appears in the series. Comment, Vinfrost, comment. Let me know. Because that was always my impression. I thought he was already dead. I thought he was already dead. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I see your follow up about like what Dracula's place in the story is, but that's what I'm saying. I think Dracula might already be dead though. I forget what I read. It's either it was either something either it was something I read or it was a line in one of the movies that I thought Dracula was already dead in that series. Fear or hate? I think this is his first question of the night. Welcome. He says tips for writing the start of a manga. Why this day? If you're stuck at the beginning of a story, ask yourself why this day? Why today? Why now? Why? Why are you starting? First off, why are you starting the story? What is the inciting incident of the story in the first place? And then why does that inciting incident happen on that particular day in that story? That's how you start it. Answer that question. Why this day? Why today? What's so special about today? And then if the answer is, oh, it's the inciting incident. Okay, what about this inciting incident is so special? What about this incident is so like why is this a thing? If you can answer that question, that's the start of your story. So I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. The graphic novel I'm writing right now, right? It's a supernatural crime drama. So what starts the story? Why this day? There's a jailbreak. There's a prison break. That's the inciting incident that starts the story. Why is that significant? It's a fucking prison break. You know how hard it is to break out of prison? And these are supernatural creatures. So it's a big deal. These are dangerous creatures, and they just broke out of prison. That's the inciting incident for my story. So that's how you start your story. You started, why this day? What is the inciting incident? And then why is that inciting incident important? Why is that inciting incident so much different than what normally happens in the lives of your characters? Why that incident? You know, maybe it's the death of a monarch. Maybe it's the bombing of a country, the birth of a child. Maybe it's a marriage. Maybe it's a graduation from high school or the first day of a college, right? Maybe it's a new student's first day at a new school. Maybe it's a mysterious package that shows up unannounced to your character's doorstep. Maybe it's a new boss at work. Maybe maybe it's a pandemic. That's how you start your manga. That's how you start your story, period. Why this day? Dude, I just saw this. Aspit19 dropped a $2 super chat. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. I think that's Canadian, right? Canadian dollars. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry I missed it earlier. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was right after Trent's $2 change the subject super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I don't get notified on the $2 super chats. That's what it is. That's why I miss them. I don't get notified on them. They just appear in the comments and they just sit there. Whereas the $5 and up ones will pop up at the top of my screen so I can see that I just got them. Oh, and here he goes. He asked, which anime classic do you think would benefit from the most from a remake? Like how DBZ got DBZ Kai and Hunter x Hunter got the 2011 remake. Once upon a time, I would have said Kenshin. But Kenshin has gotten the live action movie, so that's as good of a remake, in my opinion, right? An anime that deserves a remake. Well, for years, I would have said Shaman King, but Shaman King is getting a remake. So a classic, Fist of the North Star, maybe? Yeah, maybe Fist of the North Star. Uh Detective Conan, maybe. I'm trying to think of another classic one. Uh, what? Even Evangelion has been getting remade through the movies. So that's gonna be my main one. Fist of the North Star. That's gonna be my main answer. That one, because I'm trying to think of another classic anime that should be remade. Fist of the North Star is the first one that comes to mind. Dang, I know there's another one. And I'm trying to think of old school animes, right? So yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be my Fist of the North Star. That's my answer. Fist of the North Star. Unless they want to remake Bastard. I wouldn't mind seeing a Bastard remake, personally, because I like that series. Ooh, Shadow Skill. Shadow Skill needs a remake. Yep. Certified, bona fide, put a stamp on it. Y'all let everybody know. And if you ain't never heard of it, Google it. Google it. Shadow Skill. Shadow Skill needs a remake. Yeah. Fuck, Shadow Skill needs to be finished. It needs a continuation because they didn't get to actually finish it. Yeah. Shadow Skill. I might review Shadow Skill on the dude. That you know what? Because I've been meaning to bring back anime favorites. That needs to go on the list of anime favorites. Shadow Skill. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. Oh, see, here's another $2 super chat that I missed. From Maniac Madness 11 says, thoughts on Sting maybe wrestling in 20 at 61. I just hope he doesn't get hurt. But I did hear about that. I know he's on AEW now. I saw that post. I will probably check out AEW now because Sting is one of my favorite wrestlers. So for those of you all who have seen my top 5 favorite wrestlers video, Sting is on that list. So yeah. Dr. Slump, have you played the Final Fantasy VII remake? I played the demo. I have not played it yet in its entirety. Not yet, but it is happening soon. And I will actually stream those live plays, those Let's Plays. Realms of Beats. Do you have a PS5? Not yet. Obey Anime. When you gonna get back to playing 2K? Dude, I'm not good at 2K. I'm not good at 2K. I'm not. Probably not, man. Dude, I bought 2K20 and I didn't even play it. Like I didn't even I cracked it open to download it onto the console and that was it. Dude, I didn't even play 20. Let me see which one I played. No, 19 was the one I played. I played 19, but I didn't play 20. So yeah, dude, I'm probably not because I don't play it enough. That's just the truth. I don't play it enough. Another $5 super chat from Marlon Mancia. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Welcome. That's another name I don't recognize. Welcome, my man. He says, how would you start a remake of Trigun? Dude, you know what? First episode, dude. Cause that's the whole thing. When if you're gonna remake Trigun, that's dude, the pilot, when the girls show up in town, they're looking for Vash, the stranger strolls in, and you don't know that he's Vash. You don't know his dude. I mean, that's iconic. You gotta start with the pilot. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would start with the pilot. Cause it's I'd call it Trigun Maximum. But yeah, you start with the pilot, man. That's the because if you're gonna remake Trigun, right? You want the nostalgia factor. That's how you do it. That's how you cater to that nostalgia factor. All right, let's see. Where was I? Maniac Madness 11 asks, do you watch Lindsay Ellis? I've seen some of her videos, but I don't follow her. I've seen some though. What the fuck is this? NK, I think John David Washington would be a great T'Challa. I actually agree with that. He's my choice if they do a recast. All right. John asked, did you like the character Angel from Buffy? Yeah, Angel's fine. No longer human. Question, I am thinking of watching one of the old big three anime. Which anime should I watch? Bleach, Naruto, or One Piece? Well, which one should you watch? I mean, you can watch all three of them, dude. I mean, I fell out of Bleach, but at the beginning, Bleach was good. So, wait, have you seen any of them? No longer human? Have you seen any of them? Because if you haven't seen any of them, I would probably recommend Naruto first. Um, yeah. I mean, dude. I mean, you can watch any one of them, honestly. Hmm. All right. Let's see. So, well, yeah, that was like a half an hour ago. Misty 306. Let's see. Saga asks, what form of martial arts did you do? Taekwondo. Taekwondo and a little bit of Kempo. Um, and a little bit of judo. Little bit of judo. Like I know some judo throws, but that's about it. And I know some Kenpo forms, but most of it was Taekwondo. Um, let's see. I see a nice little conversation going on in the chat. That's awesome. That's awesome. He says, Saidu asked when you bringing the dreads back. Oh man, I don't know about that, bro. That was a lot of hair, and it's hot in Texas, bro. Let me tell you, that's a lot. That's a lot of hair to put on your head. That's all I'm saying. I don't know, man. I thought about it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. thought about it. Dijon Patterson Powers, outside of DC movies, would you look forward to Zack Snyder's films? Dude, what was the last thing Zack Snyder did that wasn't a DC film or wasn't for Warner Brothers? Because he pretty much just works for Warner Brothers. Dude, you know what's funny, dude? I've actually liked Schneider's other movies more than his comic book movies. Like Legends of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, even Sucker Punch, I like better than any of his DCEU stuff. I mean, my favorite one of his is probably still Watchmen, but even that I like better than any of his DCEU stuff. But then again, that's all Warner Brothers still, so keep that in mind too. No Longer Human. Who was the better leader in Sons of Anarchy, Jax or Clay? In my opinion, Clay. Well, for what the Sons were in that series, yes, Clay. Maniac Madness 11. Did you see the Fresh Prince reunion, Larry? I have not. Thoughts on the Nightwing suit in Titans DC live action? Haven't seen it. I don't watch Titans. You should obey anime says you should get a Switch and play Pokemon. I played the new one a little bit. I wasn't that impressed with it. What is this question? Obey Anime asks, do you like Black Cat's character as a love interest for Peter compared to Gwen, MJ, and others? No, I always thought Peter's like teenage, because Black Cat isn't a love interest for Peter. She's a love interest for Spider-Man. I always like Peter's like teenage or classmate love interests, like Gwen, MJ, Liz, Betty. Like I've always liked them as love interests more so than, because like I said, Black Cat is a Spider-Man love interest, not a Peter love interest. Man, I am so, no, I'm only 15 minutes behind these comments. Okay, here go. Vin Frost says, they said at least in the books, Dracula just ended up disappearing and no one knows what happened to him. No one really knows if he's dead or not. The main reason Dee became a hunter was to find him. Yeah, I just thought Dracula was already dead. That was my thing. Zachariah H, welcome, sir. He says, are you planning on getting Cyberpunk 2077 video game analysis soon? Also, any update on your financial future? How are the REITs going? Oh man, bro. Man, Zachariah came and hit me with the finance question. So okay, first question. Am I planning on getting Cyberpunk 2077? I wasn't. I mean, it didn't appeal to me. I'm not the biggest fan of like cyberpunk stuff. Like I don't lose my mind over it. I like a good cyberpunk here and there. Ghost in the Shell I think is really cool. But I don't go ape shit over it. Like dude, when that video game got announced, motherfuckers lost their minds over that. They just went crazy for it. And I'm like, yeah, dude, okay. I don't know. I mean, video game analysis soon. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, if someone was to like request for me to get the game to do a review of it, sure. I mean, that would be a pretty lofty request. Maybe I could make it like a super chat goal or something, maybe. But I wasn't planning on it. And he says, any update on your financial future? What the hell does that mean? I have no clue what that means. What do you mean by that? My financial future? I'm up in the market last time I checked. How are the REITs going? Like I said, I mean, last I checked, I was good. I was good. So is it, I mean, when did I check? I checked my portfolio a few weeks ago. I don't check it all the time. I only check it like once or twice a month. I don't check it all the time. Whew, all right, let's see. Okay. Oh, Anime Rick's in the building. What's happening? Okay, people are saying Soul Eater needs a remake. Okay. Someone said Gantz needs a remake. Wait a minute. Is that a new super chat or was that an old one? No, yeah, no, I answered that one already. Okay. So Moha Huss asked, would you be getting a vaccine when them joints drop? Not at first. I'd wait. Because I'm pretty dude, because I just get the feeling that thing is gonna have side effects out the yin yang that we won't know about for years. Um, but no, I'm not gonna run out at the first, first announcement. Oh, we got, COVID vaccines. I'm not running. No. Mm-mm. Uh I answered that one already. King Bio 123. Yeah, I did drop One Piece. I dropped One Piece shit damn near a decade ago. Oh, let's see. Marlin, Mancina, Bleach is the old big three. One of them, yeah. Yeah. Katakuri fan, Larry, did you hear what happened in Game of Thrones season 8? I did. I read about it. Because a lot of people were ticked off at the ending. Not going to answer that because it has Mandalorian spoilers. Jakeem, how is the Taekwondo scam still going? I don't. Oh wait, yeah, you're talking about the thing that Trent. Yeah, Trent said something like they were fake like martial arts instructors and like they were running like a scam or something. That's a question for Trent because I didn't even know about that until Trent told me about it. I didn't even know that was a thing, so I wouldn't know. Trent's gonna have to fill us in on that. Up one more Mortex says you watch RWBY. I do not. I do not. I've heard some of the music from it though, but I have not watched it. Whew. See, there it goes. Got me yawning. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Man. Okay, let me see. Regilio. I just recently saw Suicide Squad and the Fantastic Four 2015 movies, and they both were not great. LOL. In case you've seen them, which one is the better movie in your opinion? I've seen neither one. Because you're talking about Suicide Squad and Fan Four Stick. That's what I call it, Fan Four Stick. I've seen neither one, but at least Suicide Squad is coherent. So I'm gonna say Suicide Squad. DeJean Patterson Power says, what would you want for a stimulus package? Dude, I have no idea. Ooh, Ben Frost, what is your favorite portrayal of the character Dracula? Gary Oldman in Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Or I'm sorry, Francis Ford Coppola's directed Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's my favorite version. Or favorite portrayal, just because how Oldman plays the character. Yeah. Yeah. Obey Anime, when do you think everything will go back to normal? Never. We're not getting back to normal, dude. Not really. Not really. People are trying to get back to normal, and that's why cases are fucking spiking right now. Because people are acting like the fucking virus went somewhere, and it didn't. So King Bale 1, 2, 3 says, have you been keeping up with the Inuyasha sequel? I have not. I'm actually behind. He also asks, are you caught up with Hunter x Hunter? Not in the manga. Not in the manga, I am not. I know of some of the stuff that happens in the manga, but I don't keep up with it. Realm of Beats, have you seen Baki? Is that supposed to be Baki the Grappler? Yes, I have. Or, I mean, I've seen, I don't think I finished Baki. I don't know. It's been so long since I don't know if I finished it, but I have seen it before. DeJean, what do you think of The Godfather Coda? Have not seen it yet. Yes, Katakuri fan, that is true. Maniac Madness 11, what do you think these monoliths around the world are? I have no clue. I heard something about, like, what are they? They're like tablets, like slabs that are like showing up in places. I mean, they don't come out of nowhere. People are putting them there. So that's what I think they are. Probably performance art or something. And King Bayo says, which is better, Yu Yu Hakusho or Rurouni Kenshin? Yu Yu Hakusho, in my opinion, I always thought. All right, guys. All right, yeah, I see. See, the comments are coming in, but I think I've gotten to the pretty much to the end of the questions. Yeah. Man, I did not think I was gonna have to wrap the show like this, but the hour caught up with me, man. I was good, but then again, I've also been going on for 2.5 hours by my damn self. So yeah. All right, guys. It's time for me to check out. I got to wrap this thing up. I got to wrap this up. So I want to go ahead. Thank everybody for tuning in live. Thank everyone for watching after the fact, especially if you've been watching all the way up to this point. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on social media, facebook.com/OAW Entertainment, twitter.com/OAWENTMT, twitch.tv/OAW Entertainment. Of course, youtube.com/OAW Entertainment. And last but certainly not least, patreon.com/OAW. I am currently accepting new requests for videos, discussion of the week, top 5, first impressions for anime or manga, first impressions for television shows, and also movie reviews, all of which I make. Oh, and then of course, Advice Corner. All of which there's a tier for all of those available. Once again, that's patreon.com/OAW. All right. So what to keep an eye out for coming down the pipe? I have, once again, I got some requests that I'm behind on that I will be catching up on this month. So keep an eye out for that because you guys will be seeing those roll out. Yeah, that's pretty much what my main goal for the channel for this month is getting caught up on those requests. I only have a handful of them, so yeah, you'll be seeing those pop up periodically throughout this month. And of course, there will be an official monthly Q&A probably at the end of the month, because that's usually when I do the monthly Q&A. And then of course, my Mandalorian season 2 review, that will be at the end of the month. It should be in 2 weeks, assuming that the Mandalorian continues on its current release schedule. Then it'll be in 2 weeks. But I know sometimes they skip weeks and stuff like that. But assuming it's in 2 weeks, then probably, within 2 weeks, you guys will get that. So keep an eye out for that. All right, guys, it is time for me to get out of here because it is getting late. Yeah, and your boy is tired. All right, so with that being said, this has been Larry Williams, OAW Commander-in-Chief. I am signing off, and until next time, guys, peace. Thanks so much for joining me. Catch you guys later.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?